In this video, I'll demonstrate how to create an administrative unit in Microsoft Entra ID and how to delegate scope administrative rules to appropriate users. Before we dive into the demo, let's first understand what an administrative unit or AU is and what delegated or scope administration means in Microsoft Entra ID. I've also written a Medium blog that explains Microsoft Entra tenants and administrative units in more detail, which I'll reference now. This is my Medium site. I written the blog here about Microsoft Entra tenant, and AU is also included in these write-ups. So let's find where's the AU. There. Administrative units or AUs are containers in Microsoft Entra ID used to group users, groups, and devices for administrative purpose. They allow organizations to divide their tenant into smaller and manageable segments for more secure and delegated administration. Think of an AU as department within an organization where specific administrators are responsible for only managing identities. This is the key here within the department. And every AU has a delegated administration or scope admin access, which is administrative units allow you to assign Entra ID roles to administrators but limit their authority to only users, groups, or devices that AU within that AU. This creates scope administrators, not global administrators. To better understand administrative unit, I created here some simple analogy. It's a high-level overview analogy. You can think of an administrative unit like a department within the organization. In this example, we have a HR department, we have an IT department, and a finance department. Each department can have its own administrator who manage only the users and groups within their department without affecting other departments. So it is like isolated only scope. In this example, we have a HR admin who manage the HR department, IT admin who manage the IT department, and also the finance here. And was also all assigned by a global admin or user administrator in this tenant. Um, this admin can only do this task: reset password, manage users, etc. They cannot manage resources, assign global rules, configure settings, because that's what mostly global admin or user administrator can do. This setup follows a list of privilege, which helps improve security and administrative control in the organization. List privilege means providing just enough access for just enough time to ensure users they have specific tools they need to do their work and absolutely nothing more. Now that we understand the concept of administrative units and scope administration, let's move on to the demonstration. I'll show you how to create an administrative unit and assign scope administrative roles in Microsoft Entra ID. Okay guys, before we hop in Microsoft Entra ID, I just want to show you the scenario that I will be creating in Microsoft Entra ID administrative units. I will create 3 AU, which is a finance, an IT AU, and a sales AU. In each AU, we'll assign an admin, which is Bill Gates as a finance admin, Jeff Bezos as an IT admin, and Elon Musk as a sales admin. And I will be assigning them all as a user administrator. Remember, user administrator guys can only manage or all the roles in the Microsoft or administrative unit cannot add a member. It will only manage a user. Then I will, after creating this AU and assigning the admin in each AU, I will be logging in Microsoft Entra ID using their credentials, and I will see how does my administrative unit works. Okay, let's hop into Microsoft Entra ID. Here in Microsoft Entra ID, um, toggle into roles and administrator. I am currently, guys, in global admin mode. Sorry, I will be blaring some of the information for privacy. Just go under Entra ID. There's a role and admins. Just go to admin units, and you can see there's no administrative unit that is available for now. So we're gonna add one. So we'll enter our AU name, which is an IT. I don't want to give any description for this. And these guys, just take note of this prompt. If you toggle yes or no, as we can see the information, you can mark this administrative unit restricted management if you don't want tenant level administrator to be inherited to roles in this administrative unit. Meaning, if it is set to yes, then only assigned admin can see and manage this AU. For example, only user administrator can manage this AU. Even global administrator have limited visibility unless you assigned it. For now, we'll be using no, and for other account, we'll be using yes so that we will see the capabilities of this. But if it is set to no, then any admin with appropriate Entra permissions can see and manage the administrative units. This is no, so it means global admin and other tenant level admin can manage and edit uh, identity or user account in the administrative unit depending on the permissions that assigned to that specific role. So for now, for the for this AU, will be using no for the restricted management administrative unit. So next, and this is the roles. Um, this is what we call a scope role assignment in AU. This is all the built-in roles in AU. I will be using user administrator here because this is the one of the highest privilege um, access for this role. But um, privilege authentication administrator also is actually slightly higher because it can manage authentication methods for any user, including admins like reset MFA for privileged admins, assign certain higher privilege roles which this user administrator cannot do. But remember, all these rules can't add users, they can manage only. So we're gonna use user administrator. So back in our we're going to create an IT. So the ITAU we're going to add Jeff Bezos in this. Jeff, again, guys, I'm sorry, I have to blur all this other user for privacy. And then after we add, just next create and then click create. Now successfully assigned administrator to administrative unit, this one. So we created an IT, so now we'll create also a finance AU. So again, same method, but this time we'll use yes so that we can see if the if the global admin can access or cannot access the finance. Okay, yes,
and we're gonna name it finance. Next role, same user administrator, and we'll see who is Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Oh, and let's add next and create. Now we have two AU. Now we'll have to add another one. Sales AU is Elon Musk. For now, let's just use the default option for this. Um, Sales. Next, assign role. Same user administrator. Elon Musk. Okay. Add. And next and create. Okay, we have now three administrative units for this. The IT, which is the admin is Jeff Bezos, the sales is Elon Musk, the finance is Bill Gates. Now we need to add a member in each um, administrative unit. So let's go for the finance. I created I already added a user that has a department in the name display. So let's just say Mary Blue is a sales. This is, oh, where, not Mary Blue. I think it's Jan Gray. No. Finance. Oh yes, Jan Gray is in finance. So we'll select and refresh. Okay. Finance. Okay. I just added two. So let me just delete this one. Remove member. Okay. So now we'll back to roles and admins and we'll go to sales. I will add member and select member successfully added. It takes time depending on your internet to sync, I think. But we'll see that later. IT. We'll add member. Okay, select. Now we have selected 3 members in 3 AU. Only 1 members per AU for the sake of this demo. We're gonna sign into Entra ID using the account of Jeff, Elon, and Bill Gates, so that we can see how does AU works. I already signed their account in incognito, and we'll just refresh this. So this account is for Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a sales. So let's see if he has access and finance. If you can see, he cannot edit the properties of this specific user because it is restricted. Now let's go to example, Jeff Bezos is an IT. So when we click on IT and click on James Reed, because Jeff Bezos is an IT admin in AU, he can edit the properties of James Reed. And let's go back to the account of Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a sales, I guess, a finance. Let's see. Bill Gates also can edit the properties of this. I'm sorry. So yes, Bill Gates can edit the properties of this John Gray. Yes. And when we go back, there's a reset password here, and edit properties here. If we go back to, for example, since okay, since Bill Gates is a finance admin, let's see he can manage the IT and sales AU. So for the IT, James Reed, he cannot manage it. He cannot edit the properties of an IT users and as well as the sales users. Same as with Elon Musk, which is Elon Musk is a sales. He cannot manage the finance and he cannot manage the IT. Okay. So um let's go back in the configuration that we the restricted management that we toggle um yes um when we creating an administrative units. Let's go back to my global admin account. This is my global admin account. Let's see if we can um access this IT AU. We can manage this user. Sorry. This one we can manage the IT AU. Let's go first to finance because we toggled yes when the restricted management in the finance. And when we click John Gray, okay, while we're waiting here, I'll be showing you that in these three roles, IT admin, finance admin, and sales admin, even you are an you are an administrator in each of these administrative unit, you cannot add a member. Notice this. For example, whose account is this? Jeff Bezos. Let's go back to an IT. You cannot add a member here. Just like what I've said in the beginning of or in the introduction of this scenario, the um, scope or the scope role assignment in AU is only to manage the user account, not to add a member. So even if we go here and this is Elon Musk sales, he can manage this account, but he cannot add an any member. Okay, global admin. Okay, here we are in finance. I'm using a global administrator here, tenant level. Remember, tenant level is the highest level, but we toggle yes in the restricted management administrative unit. So even global admin have a limited visibility here. As you can see, we cannot edit, we cannot delete the properties here. So that's it. That's how Microsoft administrative unit in Microsoft Entra ID works.